If you've ever wanted to fly down a racetrack at 400 miles an hour while playing a game of Mario Kart in VR, you have to stay tuned for a review of Wipeout Omega Collection. Right now, have you ever wanted to swing through the city like Spider-Man? Sure you have. Who hasn't? Well, now you can. Kinda. In a highly overlooked game, Windlands. Windlands is a year and a half old now, but should be one of the first games that you play. You use the Move controllers, but unlike all the other VR games out there, they enable full locomotion and pull it off well. And making it even easier, show your controllers and the button configuration in-game. So if you get confused or forget a button, you just have to look down at your hands. On one Move controller, you have a button to walk forward, back, and to strafe left or right. On the other controller, you have jump and turn left or right. After a few minutes, you'll be able to get a handle on the movement and start running and jumping around the initial level before earning your hooks. This is what gives you your web-slinging ability. Using your grappling hooks, you're able to swing and climb just like Spidey himself. And it's awesome. During the first stage, you learn the story of Windlands.
Long ago, a great civilization rose. Sacred crystals were discovered deep underground and brought into the light. And using their power, the people built wonders. Grand constructions were undertaken and great titans created to raise the sky cities, the Windlands. Yet soon would come a time of chaos. A dark star from the heavens descended and ripped the world asunder. The cities and titans would fall, and the crystals that powered the world scattered. Now, a new guardian has arisen, who will reunite the crystals, reawaken the titans, and return life to the Windlands. The titans of this world awaken. Dumb, stupid perhaps, but sentient still just as you are. The people who built them are long gone, yet they linger on and remember. Go, much work remains. Impressive, Guardian. You are a credit to your maker. Far below lie the broken bodies of those who came before you and failed. The jungle is falling away to the sand sea. In time the trees will fall, and all that will remain shall be rock and dust. Challenges await. Seek them out. The people of this world were once content, safe. Yet their risk-free existence made them fragile, weak, and in the end it doomed them. Adversity then has value. You will be tested. Prove you have the strength required to heal this world. The Titans built grand cities such as this. Truly this city was one of the smaller ones, yet it is one of the few ruins that still remain. So much was lost. The crystals you collect shall power the machines in the sky cities, yet all that is meaningless without life. Your task is not undertaken merely for the cycle of life and death, but in the hope of breaking the cycle. The people of this world could be so much more, and we must give them the chance.
The concept is simple. Swing and climb to great heights to collect crystals that will enable you to unlock the next stage. There are 3 crystals in each level, and there are 3 levels in total. Gameplay time on the easiest mode is 2 hours to run through and collect all the crystals. But there are 3 modes to choose from. The easiest lets you feel just like Spider-Man. Your hooks attach to anything within range, and navigating the entire game is rather easy. The medium difficulty only allows your hooks to grip shrubbery, and the most difficult setting removes your hooks altogether, forcing you to navigate the entire game like Mario, which is rather convenient since jumping and running feels very much like a Mario game. You can jump about 10 times your height, and the controls are very, very flighty, enabling you to correct your trajectory in mid-air, and you can even wall jump too. The game is an absolute blast to play, and while the main story is only 2 hours long, maybe even shorter if you were to rush, there is some replayability built into it. In each level there are 3 crystals. One of them opens the next level, and the other 2 open up time trials. These time trials force you to use the medium difficulty. That means you're only able to grip trees and bushes, so be prepared to fall a lot. That's another thing. Sit down when playing this game. I am quite afraid of heights myself, but no matter how brave you are with heights, being 1,000 feet in the air hanging from a tree by one hand is going to throw anyone's balance off. Your goal is to bring the Windlands back to life by returning all the crystals to what they call the hub. After completing each part of the puzzle, you are revealed more and more of the story with a projection at each crystal location. If you end up loving Windlands as much as I do, well, they just announced Windlands 2 is in development. And while the first game was single player and lacked any enemies, Windlands 2 is set to support up to 4 players at the same time. There will be enemies, however, we don't know much more other than one of the weapons will be a bow and arrow. Here is the teaser trailer for Windlands 2. Windlands 2 is set to release sometime in 2018, but that's all we know for now. If you've ever wanted to feel like Spider-Man, now is your chance. Windlands is available on the Vive, Oculus, and the PlayStation VR. Even though this game is insanely fun, it's missing a lot. And again, is so short that I have a hard time calling it a game and think of it more of an experience. But dude, it's a great VR experience, and I highly recommend you check it out. Windlands gets a 4 out of 5 here on your weekly Tech Update.